Hi, my name's Tom Shu, and today I want to teach you guys how to deal with a problem when you export images inside Lightroom. Okay, it's really great. It lets you handle your files and let you name them to whatever you want, but sometimes when you do things inside Lightroom, such as put it in a plugin or take it into Photoshop, it will give an extension like it's an edit or a copy if you make a virtual copy. So you'll get these weird extensions. Let me show you. So once you're in Lightroom and you export and you completed that process, you're going to end up with some folders or some names. Say, for example, here in this Moo cards, you see I've got one that's a copy and some are like -01s and 02s. And if you do edits on any of these files inside Photoshop, you'll get that one as an edit as well. So you get this kind of funky naming convention. I know what this means, uh, and this job has served its purpose. But I want to reappropriate these images for something else. Maybe like put them up on my G Plus page. The images don't do any good sitting in a folder. So since they're already been rendered out and they're JPEGs, I might as well, like I said, upload some. Notice these are 1100 pixel images. These would be good for the web. They're 72 dpi, so I'm going to use them. So how do you rename all those files? Well, here's what you do. You use Bridge. So we're going to go back into that folder, and you can see where you're at, just like any other navigation bar on, say, a Windows machine. And we click on the blog images. Okay, and it shows us where we are. We need to find the folder where we're in, which were the Moo B cards. So here's all the images. If I select one and I hold down the control key, I can select random ones by themselves, or I can select all by hitting Control A, or that's Command A on a Mac. Now that I've selected all the images in the folder, I can batch rename them. So let's just do that. We go to Tools, Batch Rename, and they have some options such as default or last use or things like this. So if my default got changed, but we can go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. So I'll just start from afresh for you. So we'll hit start. We're going to add an element that we want to use. And basically, we're going to change the text. Let's just get rid of this one here. We're going to change the text to something else like G plus. Okay, and if I wanted to add other elements to this renaming, I could add, say like web, or I could come over here and do an attribute. Say, for example, if I had something that was an extension behind this number, I could have it search for it by doing string substitution, and I could say find, a particular name like cards, and change it to something else like images. Okay, and it will substitute that in the render output. So we don't need that. We're just changing the file name, and it gives you what the file name is now, okay, and what it will be, G plus JPEG. Okay, you can save it as a preset wherever you want. And I'm gonna copy it to another folder, and I've defined the folder that I want it to go into, which is the blog images, or I could just rename them into another folder, or I can move to another folder. Okay, so I'm just going to rename them in the same folder. This is what I'll do. And I click rename, and it's going to take the 50 files and crunch them out. You can see how quickly it renamed all of those images to G plus and gave them a corresponding number. Well, that's it. Batch renaming inside Bridge. It's one of the features I like to use inside Bridge. Bridge does all kinds of secrets and has all kinds of tricks. And if you didn't use Lightroom or don't have Lightroom, this was the way that you process your files in and out of Photoshop and things like that. It was your file management system, as well as resizing and doing image sequencing and things like this. So that's it. I want to thank you all for taking time to visit today, and until next time, we'll see you soon.